up, y'all? It's your boy Forever Cabron coming in to let you know to check out What's Hood with me, the Compa FC, where you can roll one up with a real one. We chop it up about everything, dog. Politics, hood shit, music, movies, acción, you name it, la causa, el movimiento. We want to tackle things about looking at your culture differently and all that good shit. So if you want to look into that, if you want to find some self-love and self-worth, dog, check out a Compa. Roll one up with a homie, dog. Every Tuesday and Thursday, right here on Binge on this. Check a homie out, dog. Stay up late.
What was I saying? I was telling a story about something. Hennessy Locking.
Yeah.
That was a white chick.
It was a white chick?
Yeah, Hennessy Locking.
With a black stepdad.
Or either that or her parents ate a lot of granola. Alright, I'm looking at my notes. This is 45. We keep thinking it's 45. I've noticed we're saying it wrong on our end at the beginning of the episode.
Really?
So people are thinking that it's probably a prank pig situation where there's 1, 2, and then 4. And they're like, where's the third pig? I got to keep an eye on that meter, too, because I haven't made a new whatchamacallit. Episode 45.
You want the jiggler?
45? Yeah, I'll borrow that in a second. All right, here we go. 45. Well, I guess, yeah. During your segment. Episode 45, this, that, and the other. No music. Where's your speaker? No speaker? That's fine. We'll follow our hearts.
And the speaker out here is actually blue. Someone, I think, broke it.
Monsters, and didn't even bother trying to replace it.
No, I had to fucking listen to it and be like, this is broken, so I put it over there.
That sucks. Here we go. We're in it. We're here now. We're in it. Out of the lovely Tattoo Mania out in Sunset Boulevard in beautiful Los Angeles, California. It is a beautiful sunny day amidst some cloudy weather over the past week.
Sunny and cloudy. It's nice.
We hope you guys have enjoyed your Thanksgiving and you have enjoyed listening to us. If this is your first time downloading us, which it probably isn't, do something nice today. Go out, join a nunhood, pretend to be a woman to be a nun.
Yeah, this is for a guy, though. This is a guy's.
Strictly guy stuff. You go out there, you pretend to be a woman, you join a nunnery. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. A convent.
It's not. A convent. That's what it is. You would join a convent.
You join a coven.
Right.
A coven of witches.
This is only after your girlfriend has left you and you've lost your job, right?
Yes.
And then, the chick who saves you in the rehab is a nun. Or is a chick who's about to be a nun. What was that movie? It was like Saving Silverman, right?
Yeah. Or was that Whoopi Goldberg's movie?
No, she was the prostitute. No, was she the prostitute?
Was she a prostitute?
She was like a singer. No.
No, she was a singer.
She was fucking with the mob boss guy.
Yeah.
She was a great singer. And then when the mob boss...
What was that called? Sister Act.
Hell yeah, that was called Sister Act. And what's her name? Professor McGonagall's in that bitch.
And in Sister Act 2, that one singer chick is in that.
Who?
The Fugees. The singer chick.
Fergie? Oh, no. Shit.
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill?
Is it Lauryn Hill?
I don't know. She's
in Sister Act 2? Yeah, that's Lauryn Hill, I think.
Soft.
I'll double check right now because I don't want to get that wrong. But anyways, join the covenant. Make your vows to God. Don't tell anybody.
No.
Slowly fall in love with the chick. And then, right as you're about to make your vows that day, you show everybody, hey, I'm a dude, but, God loves us either way, and then you tell homegirl that you love her. And she's like, I can't because I love Jesus.
Then you get kicked out of the convent,
Yep.
but then you go become a priest so you can get back into the circles. And then she's like, oh, he is a man of God.
He is a man of God, even after he came in and pretended to be a lady and joined the coven, he still loves me. Do that if this is your first time. If this isn't your first time, welcome back. Thank you so much. We're here. We're queer. I don't know.
We are in West Hollywood,
every
though.
Every time I start like that, it makes me laugh.
Anyway, so yeah, this is This, That, and the Other. And,
shit, it is. We didn't even say that.
Yeah, we didn't even
we?
say This, That, and the Other.
People don't care, bro. People love our other shows, man. They love other great shows. Like
I know.
Who
cares about us?
They don't care about us anymore, man.
I didn't listen to his latest...
I learned a lot. I tell him every time his last couple of episodes, I end up having conversations with my mom, being like, what do you think about this, dog? And she'll be like,
that's funny you say that because I did the same thing too. I was talking to Jane about that. I was like, I just listened to the fucking podcast and it was kind of really surprised.
Right?
Yeah.
No, honestly, I told her the other day too. I was like, if I heard this somewhere else, just like an excerpt of it, I would give it a chance to go and listen to it. I would sit down.
Yeah, you go check another episode out and listen to it.
At least one, and I was like, see, like even with our episode, you have to have a strong. Like, I couldn't listen to all our shit in a row.
No.
Like, and I edit it.
God,
like, I go through it and I do everything. Like,
well, we just talk about shit that no one cares about.
This is just for me in 20 years when
they bring us in front of Congress and go, look at this.
When I'm so exactly when we have so much money and I have so much fingers and so many illegal pies that I can need to be humbled. I don't want to have to do a mountain of cocaine like Tony did. And, like, get really weird with my sister.
What, are you friends with him? You're all Tony.
No, Tony Montana.
I know, but you, like, said his name, like...
Everybody calls him... What do you call him?
I just say,
you
like,
say his
Scarface.
You say Scarface?
Yeah, I was just like, I
don't
need
show
to do
fear
a
to the man. You call him Tony. Yeah, a real man calls him Tony. And I don't want to know, like, Tony, I want to be sitting there in front of the mountain of cocaine, and right before I'm like, yo, look, let's do this, my faithful butler's like, hey, like, ding. And then I can hear myself, on the other end. And I'll be like, remember when you used to do this? What happened? What happened, man? What happened, bro? I don't want to do it. And I'll do the whole Rambo scene with my butler, and he'll be prepared for it.
He's like, he does this every year.
Yeah, it's a yearly occurrence. But, yeah, that's what that's for. But what's Hood is genuinely an educational.
It's very introspective.
Crazy, right? Could be right. Could be wrong, but it's there.
But what I like about it is that, and again, I only listened to like 2, was that he kind of jumped on both ends of, like, he would talk about something and then he'd go, but, and then he'd go on to the other side and be like, you got to think about it like this, though, too. And then he would go on that side and then he'd be like, and then I don't know, he was just kind of looking at one subject, but from all angles.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
And it's getting better. Like I said, the first couple of episodes, you were just kind of like, okay, cool. And like now that he's hit episode 10, he's rounding the corner. Like the other one that I heard was he was essentially explaining about a betrayer, a lady who translated essentially for the Aztecs, between the Aztecs and the conquistadores when they showed up. And a lot of people consider her, it's called La Malinche. And he was essentially saying a lot of people consider her to be the Benedict Arnold of the Aztec people because she essentially betrayed them. And he was like, and when I was younger, I used to think the same thing too. He said, I used to curse her name. He would say, but the way Forever Cabron says it, he's like, I would. God, that's not. I used to have a good one of him. It's such a unique voice too. We don't. Yeah. Our voices are all over the place. We're just kind of like, but his is like very distinct and it's very powerful. But he was essentially explaining, he's like, me too, when I would have cursed her name. He's like, but now when like I look back on it, he's like, what did she do but save like who she could, like, and try and like essentially translate to like find mercy between the two people. Like she knew they were gonna lose. She knew there was like no way they were gonna be able to keep any peace. And he's talking about los mestizos and the seeds. And I was just sitting there this whole time. And I told you when we first started this motherfucker, and I hate how we started the first part of the show blowing ourselves, because that's essentially what we're doing. We're blowing ourselves about one of our shows and how great it is. But
what do you mean?
Well, that'd be like, I'm saying like the first part of the show right now has been us being like, God, we're so great. We have this like great show and we're so great people. But what I'm saying is when I first pitched the idea and did everything, I was like, I just want a show that will leave me being like, oh shit, like just thinking like, and I'm glad that we did that. Like, we achieved that.
How could we achieve that? Like,
we can. Our shit's different. I'll tell you how we do it. We hit the notes section. What do you have on your notes, homie?
I don't carry notes.
All right. Well, I have some notes, dog.
I mean, do we talk about our week or?
You can. Well, that's part of your notes.
Yeah.
See, I disguise our weekly.
Going to Arizona and then
for Christmas.
Finish the script. I have an idea for a cartoon.
Nice.
Yes.
That's a lot.
It's about, but I mean, if you plan it out and you get a couple of drawings and stuff like that, and you have one episode, the pilot episode, and then the synopsis for like the first season kind of thing. So I'm playing around with that idea. I'm thinking of adapting one of the screenplays to a book. I need to do a pilot. So there's a lot going on.
A lot of Arizona winter stuff going on. A lot of people are going back to Arizona. You're going back? I have a buddy of mine who's going back to Arizona. I didn't even know he lived there.
I'm going there for like 3 days, then I'm going up to Sedona. Well, I mean, it's still in Arizona, but I'm going to
do what in Sedona?
just Airbnb for a
Oh,
week.
you're
Yeah,
not, I
just-
thought you were going there to see your family.
I am. But I'm going there for Christmas, and then for New Year's.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to go up to
That's
Sedona
smart.
and just kind of... Or Prescott. Sorry.
That's a smart move.
Prescott.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I checked it out, man. Prescott looks like a fun place around New Year's. She wanted to go to San Diego. And I was looking at places and looking, and she was trying to sell it on me. And I was just like, look, why am I going to go to one big bustling city to another bustling city? I'm going to hear sirens all night.
Right.
Like, I'm good.
No.
Like, nah. So,
Yeah.
So I had to fight
Prescott
for it.
should be nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Well, there's Jerome's right there. Sedona's right there. Prescott's really like, it reminds me from the town in Back to the Future. With the fucking watchtower or the courthouse and the clock. It has the same type of courthouse and the clock right in the middle. And there's gonna be a parade, and I don't know, some fucking.
There's gonna be a parade.
Well, yeah, some sort of like a big, not parade where they march, but like a big like event for New Year's. So it's gonna be cool.
That should be fun.
Yeah, fucking good time.
Prescott bound.
Hopefully it snows.
What else do you have?
Weinstein didn't kill himself.
Weinstein's not dead.
Well, yeah, I'm seeing things that like, asking
Epstein.
guards.
You're thinking Epstein.
Or I mean Epstein. I'm sorry.
Weinstein.
Yeah,
Weinstein's good and alive and still out harassing ladies.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Weinstein, Epstein. Fucking the Jews.
The Jews are out and about, homie. The Jews are super powerful, Bryan. I'm still having trouble reacting and wrapping my head around it. Like,
no, it's not like that. But.
No, it's like that, dog. I'm not saying that in a bad conspiratorial way. They have. I'm really just really now getting down to the roots of it, like how really.
What videos have you been? What you?
No,
what
I'm just by the.
No,
yeah, you're right. No, no,
not at all.
No, I'm just noticing it now. I'm noticing it in last names, and I'm noticing it in just the city overall. You know, a lot of people know that I travel the city. Essentially, I probably know the city better than you do. In all honesty.
You fucking.
I know this.
Yeah.
From the tip of the beach all the way to before downtown. I know
all around.
Yeah, it's weird that I can say it now 3 years. Remember the first year we were here, I couldn't get around anywhere. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Both of us we were like, well, we're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be funny in a year. It's gonna seem like we've got it down. Listening to all these podcasts about screenwriters and filmmakers and people coming out doing that shit, I was surprised at how many times like, so what is your advice? Mm-hmm. What is your advice for people who want to come out to Hollywood? And they all said the same thing that we did, just because we happen to be smart about it. They're like, come out with a little bit of a nest egg, figure out what you're gonna do beforehand. Like, don't just fucking come out. Like,
learn the city.
Like, even the people who got lucky were just like, I just happened to fall in. So Bryan just had to run out to go pay the meter, because if you guys remember from a couple weeks, 3 weeks ago's episode, he got a ticket for not paying the meter in front of that was the Denny's episode, by the way. So anyway, if you're going to move out to LA or any city for that matter, do some due diligence. Go out, do some research, figure out, well, okay, do I have a job out there? Do I have what kind of... Oh, yeah. Did you fill in your time? Hey-o. Oh, good jokes.
Hey-o. Yeah, man.
So, no, I was just saying basically that if you do your due diligence, if you're going to move out to any city, not just Hollywood. I mean, even though, like, New York or Hollywood, it's going to eat you alive, man. Like, so you got to fucking... Yeah. You got to have some friends on your side or figure out...
Disposable income or just kind of know...
Have a cushion,
have a good
just in
job,
case some shit happens.
Cushion, something. Like, we're... I guess, no, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to add on that.
Yeah, no, I just went on that tangent because that's good. I was listening to that this
that's
morning.
not a tangent. That was a good, solid piece of information for the 20 or 15
Has anything
people.
been speaking of tangents, has anything been pissing you off?
No. I mean, well...
It's life.
I mean, the universe just be testing me sometimes, man. There are just some people who are just out to... And you know what? I'm still not at the point where I can just walk away from things. You know, it's the pooper paradox. You know, when do you stop and, when do you not say anything or I don't know. When I just got to stop. But that's unfair to have to stop yourself from talking. That's not that.
Yeah, do you want
there are
conflict?
lines
Do you
at this
care?
point.
Do you
Well,
care?
there's always gonna be conflict, I guess, at this point. That's the other thing that
Unless you don't like, if you just keep walking away and not doing anything, there will be never, unless conflict finds you.
yeah.
But if you speak up, yeah, you got to get ready to have someone go, "Hey, fuck you, buddy."
Nowadays, just saying anything though will get you fucked up, or won't get you. Well, I mean, it'll get you fucked up. Will get somebody mad at you. They'll say anything, and the other thing too is half the city's drunk all the time.
Drunk
You know
or
what I mean?
on antidepressants or something.
And it just makes people act a little more insane. Like,
Yeah, do you notice, like, if you're in traffic that's not congested to the point where you're slowing down, but everyone's going at a speed, but there's still a lot of people, you can almost start picking out who's on medication just by the way they just start going just whatever, just off to the left a little bit, or they're just whatever, and then you look and you're like, oh, you're a middle-aged like housewife. Look at you, like
you're probably on a glass of Chardonnay and like 2 Xannies.
Yeah, like what's going on? Why are you doing this right now? Whatever you're doing, what's going on?
I don't know, man. But that's the city, and I don't say that from my point of view, and I don't say that I know, well, everybody's drinking. Like, again, I'm excited to drink. I'm hyped to get back, not at it.
But when you're not drinking, you notice it.
I guess, man. Yeah, that's the thing.
When obviously drugs and stuff. When I got off drugs, I noticed everyone who was on drugs. I was like, it's so weird. Yeah, I'm looking at the people walking by outside. The guy stopped right in front of the door, so I was just like,
yes, but so yeah, I'm not even gonna talk. Yeah, it is what it is.
Talk shit. I say do it.
Nah, it's fine. Honestly, like I said, some people, and especially it's the thing where you're like, okay, fine. Like if you want to do something, if you're down to do this, then let's do this. Like, and I'm saying this in a point where I know I've lost control of myself. At that point, I'm already saying things where I'm like, okay, well, don't be a bitch. Come outside. Like, let's fucking do this.
Right, but the problem about all of that is that the system doesn't allow you to go down to your baser instincts.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, because like normally in the jungle, you would have you guys would have throwing pineapples at each other and fucking headbutting and doing some shit.
If I were drunk, I would have been down to do it. I would have dragged him out of the store and I would have tried to beat the hell out of him. And then I was like, but anyways, so that's
who is him?
No, it was just some dude. It was just some drunk dude in the corner, and he just started talking shit, and we were just like, what are you talking about, drunk man? And he was just like,
oh, like a homeless guy.
I don't know if he was homeless or if he was one of the workers' brothers or something, but he was in the corner and he was just talking shit. And
inside,
we were just
outside,
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "What are you talking about, man? Like, why are you talking to us?" I said, "Why are you?
Yeah.
Why are you talking to me right now? Why are you piping up?"
And what did he say?
He was just like, "Well, because I had told the other guy that was there to pick something up. The lady had told him, she's like, I'm just here by myself. Like, I'm sorry." In the brisk manner, and the guy was kind of like, okay, you told me it was ready, and I just told him, you may as well just cancel the order and leave because you're probably going to be here all night. Like, you don't want to be here all night, and that's when the homeless guy or whatever popped his head up, and he was like, all night, like, just shut up and let her do her job. Like, she's in there doing her job. And I looked at the Asian kid, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, who is he? And I looked at him and I was like, who are you talking to? I said to him, and like, he lifted his hood back up and he was like, I'm talking to him. And I was like, he didn't say anything, I said. I told him, I was like, I'm the one who said something, I said. And then he looked at me and he was like, what do you mean wait all night? And I was like, what is going on right now? I was like, and again, this is just a perfect example of how I failed as a person. At that point, I should have just not said anything.
You should have just been like, shut up.
I should have noticed all the signs. I should have connected everything together and been like, why would a drunk guy be in the pizza shop this late? He probably knows somebody here at the place, or
probably her.
Exactly. I should have connected all of those dots and been like, why do you think that dude was asleep in the middle of the corner with his head down? Probably because he's fucked up, or he's asleep, or he's whatever. Or
he's tired of hearing people fucking complaining to his sister.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So at that point, I should have just shut up and been like, you know what? Like, it's not worth
Want to take it outside?
Getting riled.
Want to take it outside?
I didn't get like that until he spit at my feet, and that's
he's what?
Yeah. So like that was. At
he got
that
up
point,
and walked over to you?
No, he just leaned over. Like, he must have been so drunk to the point where I don't understand the dude motives. That's what I mean. I don't understand people's motives when they when they make an example to try and do something, because I'm not from that school of thought. If I'm gonna do it, we're gonna do it. Like, as far as I'm concerned, like,
right. But then what ends up happening is the whole jail thing.
well, that's why I didn't do anything. That's why I was just like, but it was a build up. I was like, dude, just go back to sleep. I told him, I was like, just go back to sleep. Like, and he was like, fuck you, bro. Like, what are you gonna do about it? And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't do anything. Like, I was like, and that's when I started it. At that point, I was just that, like I said, my first mistake should have just been to shut the fuck up. But at that point, I just kept on like, I was like, okay, what are you gonna do about it? I said, bro. I was like, what are you gonna do about it? I said, like, shut the fuck up. I kept on telling him. I was like, you're not gonna do anything.
Yeah, and then what?
And
how did?
That's when he leaned over and he was like, you. And I was like. And that's when I was like, bro, like, I was like, you're gonna lose your shoes. I told him, like, I was like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you and I'm gonna take your shoes. Like, I was like,
you're gonna lose your shoes.
You're gonna lose your shoes. Like, that's as far as I'm concerned. Like, I'm going to beat the living shit out of you and I'm gonna take your shoes. I told him,
and
I
break
was like,
my other hand.
I told him, I was like, I literally just got done breaking my body. I will do it again. Like, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Wait,
like,
I thought a minute ago this whole story started off with you saying like, so I just looked at him and was just like, yeah, whatever. And then here
oh
we
yeah,
are,
as soon as he spit at the floor,
3 minutes in, it's
yeah.
I'll break my body on
he
you.
spit at the floor, and I was so tired of it. Like, I was done. Like, I was like, bro, like, I don't care at this point anymore. And that's why I was like, that's when I should have just stopped at the beginning and been like, well, why do that? Like, he didn't get up at all during the whole thing. I should have known at that point he's not going to do anything. He didn't get up. Even when he spit at my feet, he didn't get up.
Yeah, just look at him. I don't know, man. If you say something funny, usually if someone says something and then you just look at him and say, yeah, the hedges around my yard are 8 feet tall. They just kind of go, what? And then you slap the fucking soul out of him.
I would have. I wanted him to do something. I'll admit it. I'll be the first one to say it. I wanted him to do something because
I swear, I say that all the time. If we lived in any other time period, I would have been able to like fucking stab him.
But if he had done something though, there were cameras everywhere. The cameras would have shown that he spit on the floor at me and that he had tried to do something to me.
Yeah.
But I'm not one to get into someone's face. So
I would just need someone to swing first.
That's all.
And
that's what I meant.
But the problem with that is that they can connect that swing. So you just got to be very careful and just goad them almost into swinging with them at an arm's reach.
A dummy is only someone who isn't ready for a punch at any moment.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of people get into chess.
For you guys.
I'm just saying a lot of people who haven't been in fights tend to do the whole chest bump thing before a fight, or like do something, and then finally someone might get the balls to do something, and he usually wins.
Yeah.
Because he gets the first hit.
Everybody who has their hands behind their back,
yeah,
and they're big on you get the first punch, bro.
Yeah, no.
You don't know how quickly you can get dropped by the right pound of the hit.
Just keep your hands up, hold them away.
Always right in front of me,
Just be
bro.
like, hey, buddy, you want to do something, swing. And if he fucking if he touches my fingertip.
That's all. That's all I need. There's enough cameras in this world now. Big Brother's enough around for me after it's done to be like, well, blood covered, and be like, he started it, bro. Like,
yeah.
I didn't do
missing
anything.
a tooth.
Yeah, probably. And
Yeah.
that's the other thing too. Like,
Yeah.
knowing my luck, I will win, but at what cost? What
Yeah.
will the universe do in exchange for me to have that one moment of primal behavior?
Against what? Against this dude who's probably
some drunk fat kid.
Think about where he's at right now. That was another thing. I just dealt with someone who did something really fucked up today.
Mm-hmm.
I had a bad day just driving here, and then when I got here, I was waiting for this spot.
Oh yeah.
And this fucking lady came in.
Got in.
So there was a spot
you snooze, you lose.
Yeah, sort of one of those situations. But she had to have seen me, and it was just kind of like I just sat there. And I could have got mad about it. I could have been like, "That was my spot."
Yeah.
But I saw another spot across. I pulled there. I came in. My insides just wanted to say something like, "Hey, you didn't see me there, lady." But she got out, and I just looked at her, and I was just like, "I wouldn't want to be her." So I would not want to be this person. So
why? She just looked whack.
Yeah, I would not
like
want
an old lady, not in her prime anymore.
Not in her.
Like.
Not even that. No, she was actually young. Just her life. Like, she even actually had a nice car. Just I saw the way she was dressed and like the way she carried herself, and I was like, this person's not happy. It didn't seem like she was happy, or just someone who would call the manager, one of those people. I'm just like, I would not want to be this person. I'd be angry
because you can't fight a woman.
Well, there's that too.
You know, you can scream and yell and do all that,
or even a guy that looks at you and says like, "What you gonna do about it?" Like half the time, like you got to think, I would not want to be this person. I am way above this person, and then now I got to come down here to the dirt. Is that thing landing on you?
Yeah. Maybe I'm sweet, or maybe I'm full of bullshit.
But do I? Yeah. But do I have to lower myself to this person?
Yeah, I like that. That's a good explanation for it. Is realizing kind of like,
like
dude, that dude has their own shenanigans, and
you're barking at me, man. Right
it's a
now.
lot of it's just being calm again and just kind of remembering.
But
also,
the thing to say. The thing to tell people is, if you're in an establishment like that, it's not to have a back and forth in the establishment. Is to just cut it off and just be like, hey, man, you have a problem. Just meet me outside.
Yeah.
And then just finish off what you had.
Yeah.
And then that's it. If he had a problem, really had a problem, and if he waited for you outside, I mean, just at that point, just be like, that's when you got the argument, or just break his knee.
No, I left at that point. I grabbed what I needed, or I grabbed the order, and I was just like, dude, like,
right before you popped out, you should have been like, you're a pussy.
I did. It sounds so bad saying it all out loud. Maybe I did.
You did?
Yeah, I stepped right outside and I was like, bro, what's up? Like, I told him, I was like, bro, you're a fucking pussy. I told him, I was like, you don't have the fucking balls to come out here. Like, I was like, you'll spit all day because you're so used to swallowing, but you won't come out and you won't fight me. Like, and I told him, and he was like, and I don't, yeah.
What pissed you off more?
The spitting.
This.
That doesn't matter to me.
No, but you were still rambling. No, you were rambling.
I was like, I just told him, I was like, fuck you, bro. Because at that point, I think I knew I lost. Not lost, but at that point, like,
there's nothing to gain.
Nothing to gain. What do I gain by being outside and yelling?
He looks gross. He just spit on the floor.
He apparently doesn't matter. His sister, his lover, or whatever is there. He's a homeless guy.
Well, first of all, as soon as he spit on the floor, you could have looked at the manager.
Well, the lady she was by herself. It was like one of the late night multi-pizza places.
Oh, I would have just been like, he's allowed to sit here?
That's what and she just looked at me and she was like, just don't pay attention to him. And I was like, great. So now every time I come in here and I see him, you know, if I have to remember him and fucking, you know. So again, kids, it's not worth it, bruh. Just it's not worth it.
Yeah, because then you'll just fucking end up in an anger management thing or jail.
Yeah. Or you just end up looking like a bitch every time you come in because now you have to be quiet and you made that whole outburst. When you could have just started being quieter in the get-go and then never say anything in the get-go and never have to, you know what I mean?
Be like, whatever, dick.
Or just been like, not said anything and just ignored him.
Did you think of all the amazing things you could have told him when driving away?
I think that was one of those rare moments where I knew I had kind of emptied the barrel on him. Because I had put I had basically thrown all my defenses up and been like, let's do this. You know, there was no more anything. I threw all the good ones away. I told him I was going to take his shoes. You know, I told him I was going to break my hand on him again, on his face again. Like,
so you said everything you could.
I said all the good things at that time. Like, even when I drove away, I was more mad at myself. Like, why even do that?
You know what I end up having to remind myself, and I'm terrible at this because something could set my mood spiraling down, and it'll sometimes affect it while I'm spiraling down. That's when I have to stop myself, because if I let myself get all the way down, I'm there for like a week.
Yeah, that is true.
You know, so I have to, when I'm spiraling down, just consciously go, I don't want to spend the mental energy on this problem. I'd rather have XYZ.
Find yourself sighing a lot, though.
Yeah. 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 So, and then you just gotta shake it off and just keep going. You ever think of something you did stupid as you're driving? Your face is normal, but then you realize you're grimacing as you're thinking about it.
That you did something stupid, or just like a stupid thought?
A stupid thing that you did back in the day. Something stupid, or an awkward situation, or something embarrassing, or something. Oh God, you wish you didn't do. Something you regret, or something. Yeah, again, embarrassing from any point in your life. Have you ever noticed, like, you're driving, and then you'll think of that one thing, and you just kind of grimace, and it's almost physical when you see that mental energy. I always think it's funny how, like, there's a physical reaction to a memory.
There is.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah. Well, obviously, we're crying when we think
An
about it.
instinct or a jerk or oof. Ooh, I remember when I burnt myself on that
Yeah.
thing. Or ooh, I remember the taste of gin from that night. I drank all that gin and pissed everywhere. Like,
Yeah, that's
I
not a
can't,
good
like, but that was it. There wasn't. I didn't want to waste any energy on even the telling of the story.
Ever tell you the time that pissing on gin just reminded me of something that I did that just made me cringe right now? Just
What?
I was at a hotel in Paris waiting for my flight. It was delayed, so they left me overnight at this place.
Yeah.
I ended up going to the bar and getting like fucking wasted.
Yeah.
I fucking pissed the bed.
Airline
Pissed.
wasted.
I mean, I pissed the bed. I was in my jeans that I was going to wear on the airline, so
Sick.
they were
Cold
fucking
jeans.
sucks. Yeah, so I woke up like at 3 a.m, like, oh no, because I got wasted by like 10 p.m.
You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like flight was like it was like 4 hours, 5 hours or some shit like that. So
Did you make your flight?
Oh yeah, I made the flight, but I had to flip the mattress.
You flipped the mattress? Why? They're used to that.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't want to get billed for anything.
Did you get billed?
No. So I flipped the mattress. I took the covers off and put them in, like, wet them, and then kind of wet like where the crotch oil area. I wet that, and then you know how they have that hair dryer that's usually in the
and
bathrooms?
the air dried it.
Yeah, I was just
And you
sitting
did
there
all this hammered?
Yes, for a long time. The air dryer, obviously, jeans don't fucking dry really quick. So, I was sitting in a plane with like the fucking still kind of.
They didn't have laundry? Like to just at least.
It was just the middle of the night. I had 4 hours before the flight, 4 or 5 hours before I had to leave the hotel.
No shorts or anything?
No, dude, everything was checked in. So I only had my
because it was
delayed.
delayed.
Yeah, so I had my carry-on only, and like
you spent all your money on booze, and you spent all your short money on booze.
it was midwinter France.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know, man.
Fool, you could have bought a new pair of pants.
Yeah, but I was by the airport.
Yeah. Should pay a homeless man for his pants.
Yeah, French homeless man.
Le pants.
Le pants.
Le pants.
Stinky.
Le stinky pants. Francs for le stinky pants. And I'm like, okay, cool.
French francs.
I forgot they don't use that.
Yeah, not
They
anymore.
use the euro, the franc.
What's funny is those idiots. Sorry, I'm French, so I get to say
What?
it. When you go to the grocery store, it still has euro and francs next to it. So it tells you the value of what the francs would be compared to the euro for all the old people.
Are they still taking francs, though?
No.
They don't?
No, you could bring it to the bank, I think.
And they'll exchange it for euros?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's interesting. I wonder what's going to happen
They're
when the EU
protesting.
falls.
They're protesting like motherfuckers right now, the French people.
Everyone is.
Yep.
Even Hong Kong, bro. Don't forget about Hong Kong. Of the 15, 20 people who listen to us.
Yeah.
Hong Kong's burning, bro, and it'll happen to you. Don't let them take your guns. I'm very pro-gun.
Shoot the first person who you see who dares say anything about your gun.
I'm very pro-gun, homie. Don't do that. But get guns, homie. Learn how to use them properly. Learn proper gun safety, man.
Yeah.
That's my tidbit of the day. But I do only have one solid note. It's a bit of it was a really weird situation. I'm taking a class.
That acting class?
No, this is a court class from the screaming thing that happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
From like one of our original episodes.
Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
remember that little incidente.
Right. So I
Incidente?
have to take this class.
What is it, like an anger management?
Yeah. It's like
Do you?
well the way it's like set up is there are people in there who are
Emotionally
drinking
unstable.
stuff, like I guess
Outbursts.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Are you crazy?
No, well, I think we're based off of that class. Everyone's a little fucking crazy.
Yeah, everyone has issues.
But it's kind of like set up like AA. So there's like people in there that are all kind of telling their stories and stuff, and you know each person has a different story.
Like, and then she looked at me wrong, so I bashed her. Bashed her head in.
Hell no, dog. Hey, can I get an interview? I have a kick-ass podcast, so would love to hear you talk about how you murdered your ex-wife on meth. So we're there, and we're chilling there, and the lady starts off the class. Now, first off, this class shows cheaters at the end of the show. The show Cheaters.
Why? Why?
So that's what I said. And apparently she does it in every class. Hey, what's up, buddy? Good, man. So I'm standing there inside of the class, and she decides to ask everybody how much their Thanksgiving went. You know what I mean? And this isn't a bad thing to do. It's good to ask everybody about how their Thanksgiving went. But maybe not in, an addict meeting, because not every addict is going to have a great Thanksgiving. I guarantee you 1 to 5 addicts have sold the turkey dinner just to buy more fucking meth. But she's like, how's everybody's Thanksgiving? Everybody who had a good Thanksgiving, put your hand up.
I wasn't here for why she plays this.
The cheaters thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so her thing is, I think it's to buy time at the end of the thing. But when we got done watching Cheaters,
it's a cool show. I liked it.
Never really seen it. That was the first time I've ever seen it.
Yeah, it's fun, right?
Ridiculous.
It's fun.
Insane.
Yeah.
And so at the end of it, she goes, okay, and a lot of people ask me why I show Cheaters. And she goes, a lot of these people in these episodes go to the bars to meet up. And a lot of these people drink at each other's houses before they meet up. She's like, so a lot of their actions are alcohol related, and then a lot of what happens at the end is anger related, because those people don't choose to walk away from that situation, even though you obviously signed up for shenanigans and
right.
Cheaters. But she's just saying in those particular situations, it's like, some of you guys are in here for domestic violence, like some of you guys have done things out of anger, and most of you did it because you were drunk at the time, and you decided to freak out and yell at her. So that's her thing. I also think it's because she's just buying time.
That too, but yeah.
But it's interesting when you think about it in that sense, and then it's like sort of like a backlog of like, okay, that's why reality TV has so much alcohol pumped into it, and that's why all of these things have so much alcohol pumped into it, is because that's gonna start a fire, and that's gonna make you more likely to stray and be like, it's not really cheating because it's only anal, like it's not
right. No, and alcohol definitely does that to people. Not the whole cheating and anal thing, but I just mean like it opens the floodgates of like. I don't think what I say. I've said some hurtful shit, super drunk. Definitely done that, but it comes from a place, but it comes out as like a child. You know what I mean? It comes from truth. So if somebody is drunk and says something wild to their wife, like, I fucking whatever it is.
I never wanted to marry you.
Yeah, whatever. And then the next day he's like, no, baby, like, I was just drunk. Like, no, that comes from a place of truth.
Probably. Most likely.
Deep down, like, there's doubts or whatever the fuck. But then it exploded in a very not a very healthy way. Yeah. So the alcohol made it explode out. So yes, but I've also said some stupid shit where the next day I'm just like, I said what? Sense. Yeah. Like so I mean, alcohol just fuels your crazier, like it takes down those
that's what makes
barriers.
A good episode of Cheaters.
Yeah, that's why in Road Rules and all that shit they had a fucking stocked bar.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's why in any show they have a stocked bar.
Would you be on one of those shows?
No. Fuck no. They had a casting thing like that they wanted to do for tattooers. And I heard about it.
Tattoo house?
Yeah, it was about the tattoo show and and I was just like, I don't like people. Like, I would not want to.
That would be perfect for the show then.
Well, no, that, but also then you stand around. So the way like those shows are scripted is like, one day you go, Dave Navarro walks out, and he says, "All right, guys, you guys got 10 minutes. All right, take 2. All right, guys, you guys got 15 minutes. And they do all the takes for the whole fucking thing. And then you stand there and you do all your lines. Yeah. And then, so you're pretty much, it's all fake. And then they edit you to make you look however they want. Hell yeah. No, I'm not going to. No, I'm good on that.
Nah, I wouldn't. I wanted to, when I was younger, I always thought it would be cool to get sent on a wild, like Goose Chase or something, like to try and win
Naked and
some
Afraid.
Money. Naked and Afraid, Survivor, the Fantastic Race or whatever the fuck it is. Like, those things are kind of cool. Like,
yeah, but it's still all scripted.
It's still, but you're still having fun. You're still
true, but I mean, they're still all scripted. And
yeah, but everything's scripted. You write scripts for a fucking living, dog.
I know, and
well, not really.
And I write.
You do, but
I write scripts with people who are in the industry who make these shows, who are on Discovery, who do find. I mean, Sam, same name as me, but Samantha she's the one who's part of all those Real Housewives shows. She writes all those shows.
Yeah, one of the comics that comes with us to Perry. Shout out Happy News with Perry Kurtz. That comes to one of our open mics. He edits for MTV, and he says the exact same thing. Like that's part of his bit. He's like, I'm the dude who edits all of the good things that you guys watch on TV. And he's like, half of it's fucking trash. Like,
oh yeah. So no, I don't. I would know if I sign up. It's like these court shows. They've already paid both sides.
Yeah, it's awesome. I would do one of those shows, but I would do one of those shows if I had everything all set up already. Like if I didn't have to have my image starting from bottom to the top. If I was already an established person, like if Joaquin Phoenix went and did something on like a reality TV show,
that would be awesome.
I would watch it. I think I think it'd be great. I think it'd be phenomenal.
Like where he sells it, he goes on Judge Judy or some shit like that and sells it. He's like, I did not. My dog did not bite this lady.
Yeah, I would watch that in a heartbeut. Like, and I think it would be fun because at that point you're having fun. You're not doing it to make money
his face.
on stage with Judge Judy. But no. Oh shit, my story.
Easy.
I know.
Well, your shoulder seems to be all right.
Oh man,
your collarbone. You back working out now, or
just cardio still? I tried to do some stuff the other day, and I felt a twinge, and I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, just go eat. Yeah, you just got super easy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna re-break anything. I can't afford to do that.
So how was your? Where'd you go? You went to a hockey game last night. I saw on your stories. Was that you?
Yeah, to see the Knights play. The LA Kings play at Staples.
Yeah, how was that?
It was all right. I snuck down at the bottom because that's where you see the best shit. Actually, in this particular case, it was a little too close. And in a hockey game, you don't want to be that close.
No, you want a little bit elevated, so you
want sandwich level, baby. You want to be on that. And the Staples Center is pretty cool, bro. I was telling Keshav while we were there, my buddy Keshav, I was like looking around at Staples Centers. I said, I find it unbelievable that a spy or a child movie could happen where those kids are on top in the banisters, like while there's a game going on or there's a fight going on, and then
are you talking about that movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Any movie.
It's a hockey game.
I'm talking about any movie like that. That movie. I'm talking about. There's another like Spy Kid movie where the kids are in the middle of like.
I think because there's rafters and it's a cool shot.
Well, that's what I mean. Like being actually in Staples Center, you kind of realize like. You're not missing. You'd see things moving. You're not missing anything.
So if they were sneaking around, you'd be like, what the fuck are these?
You would exactly look up.
Don't do that because every time I start doing that, if I watch a movie, it ruins the movie because you're like, someone's sneaking, and then they look around the corner, and you're like, that guy would have seen. He's behind the bush.
Yeah.
Like,
I meant just in real life, in a real life perspective.
It's just
we were watching a game.
It's just framing. You could be in a tiny room and make it look huge, and you're just like, no, the guy is right behind the fucking thing,
right?
Like crunching of this or whatever. Like
right.
He's in the line of sight, but no, the guy's like,
yeah. I mean, it's that. It's like that. It's like just the public not noticing anything. Like people would see.
Everyone's just looking at the game, but not one person.
Not the people in the fucking nosebleeds. The nosebleeds are right there with the top of the rafters. Like you would notice it if you saw 007 running across. Like, and if I saw that. I mean, you're going to have a tough time getting down from the upper level. Hey, guys.
Look.
Do you see this?
Yeah, everyone would start looking, and then they would start filming it. Then you'd be on Jumbotron.
Boom. Staples Center is pretty cool, though. If you can catch a game there, it's a nice little, it's a cool-ass fucking stadium. Like, it's cool. And I had Wetzel's pretzels. It's been a while since I had some Wetzel's pretzels.
Those are good.
I had one of them cinnamon pretzels.
Oh, cinnamon? Nah, bro. I would have gotten
beers
that.
were like $13. I was like, fuck you, bro. Like,
yeah,
that's crazy. Like, I'm cool with that.
And then you get two of them, and one's warm by the time you get to it.
Cool, bro. I'm cool with that. But that was fun. It was cool. I'm going to try and go see a Lakers game there maybe like
that would
next
be fun
month
to
or
see.
something. Yeah, the tickets for the nosebleeds are like $100, and you're not sneaking down to the bottom for that one. So
no.
You're going to deal with But again, the nosebleeds are okay to watch the hockey game, and I'm sure they'll be okay watching basketball. I just want to go on a day when LeBron plays.
I've been to a bunch of basketball games in a nosebleed for the Phoenix Suns. It's not that bad. I mean, I'm sure this stadium's bigger, but I mean, you get to watch the whole game. I mean, it's whatever. You're eating pretzels.
Yeah, they have people cleaning the ice out there, and you can ride a Zamboni. You can sign up to ride a Zamboni, and I want to ride one of those Zambonis. Like they take the kids around there, and I want to be like, and Bryan, Tassara, like middle-aged man, like, well, not middle-aged, I don't even know. But let me finish my story real quick. So, I'm in there, and the lady says, Okay, so who didn't have a good Thanksgiving? And like 3 people raised their hands.
Oh, we're
like,
back at this. I'm sorry.
No, well, I was in the middle
I
of the
forgot.
thing.
I forgot where we were
So the lady was like, okay, so what about you, homie? Like, why are you here?
She's all, homie, what's up?
And the dude's like, what's up, B? And the lady's like, why are you here? I was gonna say my guy. You hear my guy? And he was like, well, I'm here because of the DUI. It's an alcohol class. Like, da 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 da. And she was like, okay, so what? Does anybody have any problems with like hard drugs or something? Because somebody else previously had a story about how he had invited a friend.
Bath salts,
peanut butter. I'm allergic to it, but I just can't get enough of this shit. And she was like, the dude beforehand had said that he had seen a buddy of his who was a big drinker, and he hadn't seen him in like 30 years or something. And he was talking about that issue, and she was like, does anybody else have any issues with any hard drugs? So the guy was like, yeah, me. She was like, okay, what happened? And he was like, well, I did crystal meth for about a month. And she was like,
that's a good time. That's a good amount of time to
do crystal meth.
Yeah,
and
but only a month.
Only one 30-day span.
Yeah, for your whole life.
You kick it. And he was like, yeah, I was in Idaho. And this dude had Hispanic accent, so he's like,
but I'm
Hispanic.
from Guatemala. I did
well,
not think Guatemala.
He didn't say anything about where he was, but you could tell, like, he was like, yeah, man. And so I found myself up in Idaho, and I fell in love with this girl. And so we were all like,
her name is Methelda.
Yeah, something like that. And we were all like, oh, great, like a girl. Like, it's, all the other guys are like, oh, it's always a girl. Like, no. And he was like, yeah, so she had 3 kids. And we were like, well, of course. And he was like, so I was, so this is where the story starts getting really intense or goofy to me because the way he's telling his story.
I like how it's a place of confidentiality, and we're putting it on.
We're saying the dude's name, like
Rodriguez.
But this is, and again, I'm not, I'm a professional storyteller in the sense that what I do on stage or what I do here, whatever we do as far as writing, I've made a little bit of money of it. I'm not the greatest, but I've done it.
Well, yeah, you haven't finished this story yet.
Hey, and so. Fucker, you're right, but there's 3 acts, fool. You know that. The monkey has to.
This is a Quentin Tarantino movie.
The monkey has
to
get up in the tree. Yeah. At this point, you're like, whoa, is that monkey in the man suit? So the dude is telling the story wrong. Like, he's taking long pauses. He's taking like dramatic effects pauses, but he's doing it after every sentence. So he's like, and she had 3 kids, and then it's like 5 beats of silence. Like, have you talked to somebody like that where where they're telling a story and they're not telling it properly?
Like,
not like this. What? This story has its charms and its merits. Like, but but it'd be there was. But he would be like, and she had 3 kids, and I just love those kids so much. I treated them like my own. But I had to do it because they didn't have a father.
No.
And I was like, oh, my God. I was like, every second of it, I was like, please don't, man, don't. Like, I get it because it was like one of those dudes who, like.
He's trying to be dramatic.
Yeah. Felt like, and was verbose in the sense of, here, a literal quote. And I've read a lot. And because I have them written down, by the way, it was that ridiculous that I had to write notes down. He goes, and I've read a lot of books. I'm educated. I've read the Bible. I've read the Quran. Because
that's the only thing they give me in jail.
I've read books.
That's the only thing they give me in jail. So,
and I was like, and again, this isn't to knock on those particular books. It was just the way that he was saying it. I'm knowledgeable. Like, he didn't bring up
Anthony Hopkins' biography.
Didn't bring it. And I was just like, oh my goodness, like, come on, like, just tell your story. Like, I get it. Like, you tell your story. So he goes through the whole thing, and he's
like, I went to grade school.
So, and he goes, so one day, she comes in and she's smoking the pookie, which is what the glass bowls are called to smoke fucking meth out of. And I came in there and
I call them glass dicks. That's what I heard.
You would call them glass dicks.
No, that's what people always call them. They're like, it's a glass dick.
Oh no,
yeah, because my buddy Ryan, he makes those
dildos.
Yeah, but glass dildos.
Yeah,
but he used to make pipes back in the day. That's how he got into the glass blowing. He was making pipes, but the easy one to make.
Maybe the guy who made glass dildos called them fucking glass dicks because that's what he wanted. Like,
anyway, so
that's why I'm like, wait a minute, why are you? He's like, yeah, you guys don't call them glass dicks.
Yeah, I've always heard that. Glass dicks. It could be an Arizona thing.
That might be a him thing.
No, not just him. Like, yeah.
He goes, you know the guy who makes glass dildos for a living? He calls those things glass sticks. Maybe because, maybe you guys don't. None of y'all call them that.
It's just him.
He goes, y'all don't call Brazil nuts nigger toes. Jesus Christ, no! Who's doing that? Who's doing that, motherfucker? That is truly what they're called, by the way. Some people call them that. They call them
I know.
fucking nigger toes.
I know.
Which is ridiculous.
Right,
and I only say that out of because that's the actual.
West Hollywood.
Right. Well, I'm not saying that out of
See,
hate, fools. Yeah. So the fool says all that. He says homegirl convinces him to smoke meth. She's like, come here, smoke, poppy. And he's like, and that's when I started smoking. And we were like, oh, great. So
he's like, then sex was amazing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And so he goes, and then she ran out on us after a month. And we were like, hot damn, homie. And he was like, and then she stole my money. And then I was lost. And he was like, so there I was. I didn't have any money or anything. And I didn't know what to do. Dramatic pause for 5 seconds. And I was like, okay, maybe he really is in trouble. He's like, but then I called the bank. And they returned my money.
Oh, man.
So I had to wait there for 2 extra weeks. And I was like, and the whole story was just covered in this syrupy tone of, oh, me, like, oh, my God. Like, and so.
That's why some of those, like, groups I don't like.
Get a little ridiculous. Yeah. And so he finally hits this point where he goes, and I can't enjoy my thing. This is verbatim. I can't enjoy Thanksgiving because for the past 500 years, my people have been oppressed, not to be racist, by white people. And I was like, what is going on right now? Like, what do you... And he had tears in his eyes at this point because he was crying about how much he loved, like, helping people and how much... And he's like, that's all I do. All I want to do is just help people. That's why I'm a nurse. He's like, I spend all my time... And again, I'm not saying this because about your profession. It was the way the gentleman said the story. He was like, I'm just here to take care of people and people whose family doesn't even come and check up on them. And I gotta wipe them. And I was like, oh, man. I was like, you're crazy. So he tells the lady this, and she goes, okay, well, first off, I apologize for the past injustice that your people might have suffered from my people. And I validate this. But women have been oppressed for just as long. And we haven't been able to vote for the past 100 years. Is that not the most LA thing you've ever heard?
This is an anger management group talking about the 500-year. Oh, my God.
She goes, I validate that.
Yeah.
But women have been oppressed just as long as and at that point, I was like, this is ridiculous.
I would have been totally fine with someone standing up and going, oh, my God.
I wanted to so bad, but I didn't have it in me. I was like, throw fucking cheaters on, bro. I was like, get out of here, bro. I was like, fuck you, dog. And but I was just like, why? And I don't know if it's because it's LA. Like, I don't know, maybe I've never gone to any meetings on the East Coast or anything.
Well, I've been to a few meetings in Arizona. No, not like that. Not like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
she was
weird.
like, but she was like, women though. And I was like, why are we playing Uno? Why are we throwing race Uno cards down right now and trying to see who's more oppressed?
Yeah. Oh, my mom is Jewish.
Oh, 5 steps away from it too. 5 steps away from it. I was like, come on, guys. Like, this doesn't help anybody at all. Like, you're not acknowledging your mistakes, bro. You're just sitting there.
You guys are just projecting onto other bullshit.
White people have been oppressing us for
so
5
that
years.
Was what made you lose whatever.
Do meth and fall in love and lose your money, dick fuck, nut face. Like, alligator tears for all your fucking shit. Like, that's what it was really to me. I was like, don't try and blame the oppression of our people. Yeah, when you start
seeing through people's bullshit, it's frustrating.
Blame the oppression of our people from over 500 years ago. Like, okay, dipshit. Like, all right.
I get it. We're here because of history. Things have happened. But the same things have been happening since the dawn of time.
Fuck
a monkey threw a bird's egg onto his friend, and that bird didn't go on to procreate, and then that species died to this.
You're 20, exactly. We're 5 years away from blaming everything on the meteor coming down on the fucking dinosaurs. Like, yeah, well, the meteors killed my great ancestors. So,
it wasn't my fault that I was born in this geological area.
Fuck you. Get better. And this goes out to everybody. Anybody who complains about slavery, anybody.
At this point, I'm tired of hearing people's excuses as to, well, you don't know how hard. everyone has it hard or harder. Some people have it easier or easiest. It doesn't matter. Wherever you start off, life's not fair.
Fuck you. Me
Wherever
telling you
start, life's not fair, man. So
this is your best friend, Bryan, telling you that.
Just be happy at the level you're at.
Please.
Yeah,
That's
because
it.
if you're getting upset at what women used to, shut the fuck up.
You
could be in Kenya right now, fucking getting your vagina
lips cut off.
Yeah, so just
shut the fuck up.
Just be happy.
Be strong.
Yeah.
Get prepared. Do what you need to do today for tomorrow. That's my new mantra.
What's your goal?
Well, yeah, you know.
Yeah, and
what are you doing today for tomorrow's goal?
Yeah.
The goal. Yeah, there you go. Like, what do you? So if, yeah, man, don't. I don't know, man. That's how I felt about it. Like, nobody's ever been. That's such a ridiculous.
People got to remember just to blame themselves. Out of a lot, that's what people don't do. And don't take admission to what you've done. Just blame yourself. Stop blaming other people.
Yeah.
Don't even admit to yourself that you.
Well,
like no. What I mean is, you know how people are like, well, you know, a weight lifted off of me once I fucking
admitted that I.
Yeah. In a way, that's almost like letting go. But I say do the opposite of like almost like be like, no, what the fuck, man? You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Get mad at yourself.
Well,
you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a fine line between that because you don't want to end up in that spiral you were talking about where you're like, well, you're an idiot for doing this.
Well, no, I mean, like let that motivate you. Like for that guy,
yeah.
like when that shit happened, he should have just been like, she was horrible for
sure.
You know, she did this. You know, like you're still blaming other people, but I ran along with it. So
yeah.
What can I do right now?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like don't hide the mistakes that you've made behind this altruistic kindness that, oh, I did these things because of her kids.
Woe is me. No one gives a fuck.
Exactly.
You know?
Like,
oh, you help people. Fucking tomorrow a squirrel might run up your engine and you'll flip your car.
Yeah,
and
like
curse God's
you
name.
helped people, but you were drunk while you were doing it. Like you were putting yourself. And again, this is coming from somebody who was a horrible drunk, a bad drunk. I'm not a good drunk. Like and I can tell you all the things that I've done that were drunk while I was drunk, and I know that I fucked up now. You know, and now from that point on, I don't. But you will never hear me. You can ask anybody who's known me my whole life. You will never hear me be like, well, our people have been oppressed. Like, even Cabron, even FC, God bless him. You go listen to his episodes. Like,
yeah.
The beginning episodes, like, a lot of it kind of felt in that manner, you know. And even from our previous conversations before I put him on the mic, you know, a lot of it had to do with, like, well, fuck this, fuck Trump, like, fuck them. They're out to get us. Like, you know, fuck 12. But it evolved. Like, now, like, you know, and so even him, who was one of the most radical people that I know for the people, doesn't blame his situations on the oppression that happened.
No, because
he acknowledges them.
All right, what can you do to change it? Is what it comes down to. Because complaining about it's not going to do anything. It's like it's like a little kid. He falls on his knees, scrapes his knee. You can sit there and cry about it.
Yeah.
Or stand the fuck back
That'd be
up.
like you complaining about the bourgeoisie during the French Revolution. You'd be like, well, my ancestors got oppressed by rich people in France, and like,
yeah.
But you were the French people that were rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, you Rothschild.
Yeah, and again, why am I going to apologize for that?
Yeah, why should you, bro?
I shouldn't.
Fuck you, bro.
My people oppress people.
You're right.
Everyone oppressed somebody. So at some point, your family had their thumb on somebody else.
At one point or the other, shit runs all the way down. You just got to make sure that.
And if your family wasn't at one point had someone's finger on people, then you have some shit family, man.
Yeah, fuck your family.
No,
for being
honestly, if you think about it, it's like, oh, you were at the bottom of the totem pole, your whole lineage. It's like, maybe you're not the strongest.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where it comes down to the age of apocalypse in the X-Men. Only the strong will survive.
Or the infinite crisis that CW is pumping out right now, which looks ridiculous. All right, well, that's not that it's over, but that was
our radical thoughts of the day.
No, that was we rarely get up in your fucking faces, but don't spit at people's feet unless you're ready to fucking throw down, and then don't blame your ancestors from 500 years ago.
Yeah,
about the
and then if you do
mistakes
throw down,
you did now,
you know, and you end up in some anger management bullshit. Don't blame your ancestors.
Full circle, motherfuckers. All right, real quick, I do want to do a couple of shout outs for some people. First and foremost, the Urban Initiative. Our table is in the kiln.
That's what you said last week.
Right, it's 30 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
30 days in the kiln. That's good wood, man. That thing's gonna come out. Yeah. And I found out that John, our wonderful sponsor, True and honest to God, one of our first sponsors, is build. It's him. He's building it. I was under the impression he was sending it out to somebody else, but he's been actually doing woodwork and is going to be doing, details and stuff on it. So it's going to be like an actual woodwork, beautiful like piece of like.
Goddamn.
Yeah, it's gonna be super fucking dope. And he's also getting a Dremel soon. So if he can get that Dremel beforehand, he's gonna etch this, that, and the other. He's gonna do Binge into the table so that it'll be like an actual like.
That's cool.
Hell yeah, bro. So go ahead and.
I would say don't do that. So you have a table forever that doesn't have a logo on it. You can't clean up.
You don't think this is gonna last forever?
I hope to God it doesn't.
Nah, well, in all honesty, we'll hit 7 years probably, and we'll do a nice Harmontown.
Well, no, I just mean like I hope this evolves to something big. Like we evolve to something bigger.
Oh, you mean this to 15 people?
What do you mean?
Well, you eventually want to be doing this to like 7,000 people.
No, yes and no. No, I just mean like our careers.
Oh,
evolve. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like
obvious.
This would still be fun, but I just mean like just to have a table, so you have a nice fucking table.
Oh.
You have a handmade nice table. Now you just done fucked it up by putting this, that, and the other on it.
All right, here, I'll give you an image. Jane's dead, right? Everyone that you know is dead, right? It's just you, right? You're done with the industry. You've sold all your movies. You've made all your movies. You did everything. It cost you everything. You have diabetes. You've lost your right foot. You have nothing. You're done. Like, this is it. You're good. I mean, you have stuff, but you're done.
I got Weinsteined.
Your kids are gone. No, not even that. You've been very successful at this point,
Okay.
And then, bam, you get the big C. Chlamydia. And the doctor's like, homie, you've been raw dogging hoes too much. You finally caught it. And you're like, damn, what do I do now? And you're sitting there at this beautiful, not the table that's being made. This is a different table, because you're a rich man.
Hurry up, because I got pissed.
And you're I don't even know how I was going with it. Well, fine. I'll tell him not to do that on the table.
Well, think about it. Just think about it. Just
I
think.
like you make a good point. What I did want was like somewhere where we could roll bud or where we could hold little.
Just have a nice table.
Nice clean table. Okay, nice.
Just have a nice table.
Well, there goes all my ideas. I sent them like 30. I did like hide little dicks.
God. Just a nice handmade table that you could have forever that you could pass on to your children. This is gonna be a nice. Fucking table.
You're right. And then we'll just chop.
No, that's not for bud children.
We'll chop it in half in the divorce. After that table's mine. You both get half the table, idiots.
Each get a leg.
But thank you to you guys. Go check them out, Urban Forestry Initiative. They're wonderful. If you're in the greater Des Moines area and you happen to be listening to us, and you aren't part of the Urban Initiative and you're listening to us, give them a call. They do some wild work. Great company. Very excited for that table.
Get that wood.
Get that wood. Second note that I do want to make is for FC. He has hit 10 episodes. We spent the first part of the episode blowing you. This part of the episode is actually for the people who haven't listened to him. Please go and listen to him. It is a wonderful show. Top 3, because we only have 3 right now out there, but top 3 out of all of our stable. But it's really, really great, man. Let other people know about it too. And if you guys could like review that, like if you're gonna do anything, spread that show around. That's our workhorse.
Yeah, don't spread us around because I don't know about that.
Do not.
I
spread
don't
us
like being
around.
spread.
If we stick with you 15, 20 people for the next whatever, I mean, fine.
We're
that's
family.
That's whatever. Yeah, that's us. We're the core. But everyone else needs to hear him. Everyone else needs to hear Perry Kurtz. And everybody needs to listen out for Universal Dreams because that's going to be another great podcast that I'm excited we're putting.
Universal Dreams.
That we're putting all of our efforts behind. And that's my shout-outs for the middle of the episode. Do you have any entertainment notes? Has anything happened out there in the entertainment sphere that has had you giggling?
No, I went and saw Honey Boy.
No, did you really?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was good.
What is it? Don't tell me what it's about if it spoils it. Matter of fact, don't tell me because I saw one commercial for it and it was insanely abstract and I was like,
it's an art movie.
It is.
It's definitely an art movie.
Okay.
It is no clear 3-structure act.
Oh, sick.
So it's an art movie. Jane thought I'm not gonna. I don't want to say too much because then you're gonna be whatever. But I liked it.
Okay.
He did a great job.
Okay.
I could see how it's very meta for him. because if you know what it's about.
Nope, not a single thing. Don't.
But no,
I'll watch it.
know it's like
not a single thing. I just watched the actual commercial, and
then you're gonna look up what it's about.
I haven't.
Well, no, I'm saying like once you see it, you're gonna start researching it.
Oh, for sure, yes.
Okay.
As soon as I watch it, I'll research it. But right now, I'm going.
Then I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, don't say a single thing for me. Yeah.
Yeah, because if I talk about performances or anything, I'm just gonna give it away. Anyway.
I'm excited though now that you've seen it because I saw the commercial for it today, and you know me, not a trailer guy, don't like my trailers. But that's why I watched Sam of All Trades because he.
But wait, you watched the trailer, and then you're like, I want to see this.
Oh yes, interesting.
Okay. That's
I did.
why you watched it. That's why you watched the trailer.
I will tell you, I also did see the billboards and stuff. And I saw Homeboy with the pie on his face, and you know, old Shia LaBeouf has been up, and we're LaBeoufs.
Yeah,
we're boofers.
I like
me some LaBeouf.
Yeah.
You know,
he's intense.
He's an intense fellas.
He's very intense,
and so it's good to. I'm excited. He directed and wrote it, didn't he? Or did he?
Yeah, he directed, wrote it, and I don't know if he directed it, but he wrote it.
He wrote it, and he's in it,
and he acted in it. Yeah,
hell yeah.
The writing, you know, now that I'm like balls deep in screenwriting, there was some writing where I'm like, oh, this is expositional a little bit, or you know, this is like, oh, he's a little too on the nose.
Voicemail
right
plays, hey Johnny, your rent's due in 3 weeks.
Yeah, or what the person says to the other person is very like, okay, this is what it's about, or this is what, you know, this is what I'm feeling.
Well, I imagine in an art film sometimes you have to take.
Well, there's some art, and you could tell like the kid is a great act. There's some acting choices and some directorial choices where I'm like, this is an art film. They just got a bunch of actors being actors, like acting right
Hell
now,
yeah.
just acting with no talking. So I'm like, cool. I enjoyed it.
Cool.
And I felt good putting my money towards something like that.
Okay.
Than Star Wars. I could wait for Star Wars on my TV at this point.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
I think it's starting to reverse because it used to be where I was like, I'm going to go to the movies, man. If I'm going to go to a movie and spend that much money, I want to see all the special effects. I want the surround sound. I want to feel the explosions. I want the popcorn. I want that thing. Now I'm starting to notice, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or if it's the shift in the last like 5-6 reboots were duds. And they're starting to notice a shift in pop culture where it's like people want to go to the movies for an emotional like thing. That's why Star Wars is working because they pump it full of emotion. But yeah, so I felt good going to a movie just to see a movie that wasn't like, you know, oh, here's the first act. Okay, here's the this, that. Oh, this is this beat. Oh, okay, this is the
movies that throw you off.
Huh?
A movie that can throw you off.
Yeah.
Because it's not.
I knew what it was about too going into it, so I was like.
But doesn't that take some of the mystery away from it?
No, but it also, yes and no. So there's two things that good and bad about that. Yes, you could watch a thing which sometimes that's great. Like the best movies that some of the best movies I love were the ones that I accidentally found in the middle of the night on HBO. Yeah. And you're like, what fucking movie is this?
Yeah.
And you watch, you're like, the 13th floor, what? And it's some fucking crazy like sci-fi thing. You're like, what? I would have never have watched this, but you love it.
From watching a commercial?
No, from just catching something in the middle of the night.
Okay.
That you don't know what it's about.
Okay.
You have no idea what it's about. You jump in on it and you're blown away, like you said.
Okay.
Sometimes when I watch something like the Honey Boy thing and when I knew where it came from, I enjoyed it and was taking it in almost differently and better.
Were you checking off lists though in your head where you go, oh, see, I thought that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen.
No, not at all. More like
I would have written it like that.
No, that's the writer side. More, I don't know, more because again, I don't want to say anything, but it was almost like this is why this is like, or he's like that, or this is why. Like it was really.
That's yeah. See, my brain. The minute I see something, it's.
I got to talk about another movie instead of that.
Guessing
because if I can't say anything without giving it away
for sure.
But you don't think about the trailer when you're in a movie. I could watch a fucking Star Wars trailer, and then when I'm sitting there in the fucking movie, I'm not thinking that's the hallway where she turned around the corner and so popped up.
Really? That's fascinating to me. I don't. I feel like
I don't try to. I'm not going to sit there and try to figure it out before the movie. I hate the people like who try to figure out the movie before the movie's over.
Yeah.
Sure, like if it's blatant, you could be like, I think the mom did it.
Yeah.
That's a different thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to try to remember like, oh, this is the climactic explosion scene coming up. Like No, I'm in for the ride, and I'm gonna watch the ride. I'm not gonna think about the trailer.
I can't turn that part off.
I don't give a fuck about the trailer.
Nah, I don't. That for me, like I said, I watch that trailer, and then for the rest of the time, if it's something, let's say in the case that I want to watch it,
remember, oh, that's that one part in the trailer. Like I'll remember some shit like that,
and then I'll be like working from that trailer. I'll try and work backwards, and I'll be like, but this is just it's almost automatic to where. Like you see someone naked and then you look away a second later. You still see that naked person in your brain. I think that's what it is for me. Instinctively, I see the trailer.
I don't try to figure out the story is the thing.
Yeah, see, that's interesting. I
don't try to figure out. I see the trailer. I go, that looks cool. I like that concept or principle. And again, I always think it depends on the trailer makers. Like
probably
like all the Netflix trailers, I don't watch. If I watch the first 10 seconds of a Netflix trailer and I'm not in on the ride, I'll watch the rest of the trailer so I could get the movie. So I could just watch the whole movie in the trailer. Because if Netflix trailers are the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
Literally the whole movie without showing the ending.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen, but they don't show it.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I watched the movie now. Like, it's literally a 3-minute trailer showing, like, breaking down this hour-and-a-half movie into 3 minutes. But movies like Star Wars, I don't even watch those trailers anymore. I don't give a fuck anymore. But a YouTube video popped up and a trailer popped up, and they're getting so good now, trying not to give away anything, that all it is, it's a face. It's her face going like this,
and they're deep fades, and like dark fades.
Yeah, and then there's a quick thing, and you're not gonna get anything out of that except just getting hyped up.
And then at the end,
you know she's gonna have the fucking lightsaber. You know there's gonna be da-da-da. So.
The only thing that would throw everybody off is at the end of it, her and Kylo fuck, and then it turns out they were related. So just it kicks up the Leia kissing Luke thing to a whole nother level.
And then they make the ultimate Mongoloid.
And Ghost Yoda is like, wrong you've done, but hot it is. Yeah, and then Obi-Wan will be there, and everyone will be.
And then Baby Yoda's there too.
And, well, he hasn't made a noise yet, but Baby Yoda.
I haven't watched it yet.
Me neither. I'm gonna watch it.
I want to watch The Mandalorian because I heard that was like a cowboy. It felt
looks
very Western. It looks cool.
I mean, it looks almost like, dare say it, Cowboy Bebop style. Like what I would think they were gonna try and do cowboy style, but that ain't gonna happen because Homeboy blew his knee out.
But but no, they're gonna bring it back up. But back to the trailers. I think you should watch a trailer that you don't care. Like if you see like, okay, this is that one movie by Clint Eastwood, and you know you're not really gonna watch it. You know there's a million other movies that you need to watch. That's the trailer you watch. That's what I do a lot of times.
I saw that trailer, the Jewel one.
That's cool.
And and because I watched the trailer, I was like,
yeah.
And now I could go and look up what those events are about. Yes. Because it's already saying based on events that already happened.
Yeah, know his name and all that.
That would take a little. I don't do that. That takes the fun out of it for me.
But that's the title because it's billboards right out here right now.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, exactly. Like in a situation like that, I don't want you to think like I go home and I'm like, well, let's try and figure out. You know that there's no point in that to me. I could have.
I understand like if the next Marvel movie and you're so hyped about it, you don't want to spoil anything. Don't watch a trailer. I get that, but.
Images resonate with me though. Like when I see something, like even from a little cut in the commercials, like I saw like a hint of.
So you sit at the movie and you go, "Oh my God, where's the X-wing? 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 Where's the? There's the X-wing. It's coming up."
Yeah, maybe I don't know, but that is what it is. Like, and the minute I see a trailer, my brain is already kind of like trying to take little pieces of the story from that trailer alone.
I just don't care enough because I know it's going to be a giant ride like the Marvel movies. If I watch a trailer of a Marvel, which I usually watch the Marvel trailers, like the
Black
last
Widow one.
Well, no, I saw the like when Endgame came out.
Oh yeah,
I remember seeing a trailer and I saw one scene and I was just like, and I thought of you. I was just like, I wish I didn't know that, but that's cool, you know. Like, and I just didn't really think about it, and I was kind of. I saw a badass scene and I was like, that's cool. Yeah. But then when I thought about it, I knew this scene would come up.
Yeah.
Like, all the guys gather and then they attack and they turn and attack. Yeah. So he's there.
Standard Marvel formula.
He's there. Yeah. So I already know the 8 are there. So he's still alive. He's still, like you could do that. But I see what you're saying for major blockbusters that I'm a fan like that, but
hey man, you really your trailers. You should have a show about trailers.
Yeah, right. Actually, one of the dudes I go to class with, he makes trailers. That's his job. He does trailers. They just won an award for one of the new ones that just came out.
Yeah, you should be talking about this on a show called Sam of All Trailers.
But anyway, I don't know much about trailers though.
Well, that's not the point of the show, fool. The point is so that you can talk about trailers and you can dissect them.
Right.
You know enough about writing.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, that's literally we just did a greenlit pilot of what the damn trailer show would be about.
Joe Rogan, you need a podcast
so you guys can know. Let's see a few other things.
I gotta piss though.
Oh yeah, I mean I think let me check.
We're
the
at
time.
an hour.
I'll close it out. Oh yeah, we're done.
We
I
done.
didn't even realize that. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts that I need people to look out for.
I need some ideas for my pilot or something to write. I'm kicking around some ideas, so if anyone has ideas, please hit us up.
Email us.
That, and the other.
No.
Or
Binge on this channel.
Oh yeah, well say it. Finish it off.
BingeOnThisChannel.com. They can email you for notes. If they have any ideas of stuff that they want to see.
Or you can hit me up on Instagram at Sam_tattoo_13. But yeah, I don't know. I have some ideas, but I need something fun. Low concept. I'd like
small
concept. Low concept.
Small concept, low concept. But you know what is not a low concept, ladies and gentlemen? You guys. Because without you guys, we wouldn't be here putting all the time and effort into all the deep talks and shenanigans that we have available for you. What my final thought is, please, if you're going to spread any show around, much like chlamydia, spread what's hood. I cannot stress that enough. If you have anyone asking you, hey, what's that channel that you watch? Hey, what's that YouTube thing what you watch?
Do you have a podcast you recommend?
Hey, what's Bryan doing nowadays? Hey, what's Sam doing nowadays?
The fuck Sam?
Who's Sam? Well, you know, will you just show them that show, and then they can build their way up to us. But please review. Please spread around the knowledge. Enjoy December, because it is December, and guess what? We are almost into 2020. And what that means is you need to be clear-eyed, focused, and 100% to give it your all.
Wrap it up.
Other than that, I am your friendly neighborhood co-host, Bryan.
And this is Sam.
And remember to love each other, stay safe, and to dream the dream of 1,000 dreams.
Geronimo!
Dramatic pause for effect.